Hi guys, how are you all today afternoon? Good afternoon. Today is 5th February 2022. My name is TSV Raghavan and I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. Today I wish to discuss with you or to share with you the synopsis of one of my stories in Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write usually on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. This is my last book. Actually, this book called Deliverance is a spiritual fiction. That means that it is fiction based on a spiritual subject or myth that is prevalent in India. This book, Deliverance, is written by me in the year 2019. The ASIN number of this book is B07V4MP7QV. I will repeat, it is B07V4MP7QV. Deliverance, as I said before, is a spiritual fiction. In Hindu mythology, it is said that Lord Vishnu had two bodyguards who once went to Lord Vishnu, and said that they were fed up being bodyguards and that they want to come to him forever and melt into him. Lord Vishnu told these bodyguards, there are two ways of melting inside me so that you will have no other birth. They are, first, you have to be a demon for 3 births, get killed by me in every birth, and then come back to me after the 3rd birth. On the other hand, you can also have 7 divine births, live happily for 7 divine births, and then come back to me. As Lord Vishnu said, in the first case, the 2 bodyguards had to be demons, and in the second case, they had to be demigods. Now, there was a zinger in this. The zinger was that Lord told these 2 demons or these 2 bodyguards that the first case was where there could be demons in 3 births. These people would have thought this was easier, be a demon for 3 births and then go back to God. But the zinger was that in that case, In every birth, they had to be killed by Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu will not kill any of his child because he is the father, and hence he will not do this unless and until it is absolutely necessary. And to qualify to be killed by Lord means that you have to be so bad that you have to be killed by God. This needs a lot of struggle and qualifications. Hence, these two bodyguards would have to go through several births, ultimately getting killed by God in each birth. That is, for every birth as a person killed by God, these bodyguards will have to be nasty or evil in several births so that they qualified to be killed by God. That means that the three such births meant around 300 births as an evil person. Similarly, for the seven divine births, which were very good, very sweet, and very entertaining, the living entity had to go through several births to be qualified as a demigod and live for seven births. That meant that this person or this living entity would have to enjoy life in several births before becoming a demigod in every birth, and that was seven such births. Based on this mythology, I have written this book, Deliverance, in which a living entity has to go through several divine births to be qualified to come back to God. In this case, I have discussed around 14 odd cases of a living entity. In these 14 cases, around a person has to go through several births which are as follows. First, as a strong man, second, as an international wrestler, third, as an international bodybuilder, fourth, as an investor, fifth, as a takeover artist, sixth, as a greenfield specialist, seventh, as a film director, eighth, as a musician, ninth, as a journalist, 10th, as a monk, 11th, as a very good looking film actor, 12th, as another child star, 13th, as any other person like this, and 14th, as a baby star, so that this particular living entity dies at the age of, say, 3 or 4 and goes back to Godhead forever. These are several births that I have discussed in this book. So, a person goes through all these births as supernatural achievers or superstars or legends who become legendary in every birth in their chosen profession. As a strongman, they are number one. As a wrestler, they are stars. As a bodybuilder, they are the best. As an investor, they are the richest. As a takeover artist, they are legends. As greenfield specialists, they make a mark of themselves in the society. As film directors, musicians, actors, etc., they become superstars, and as a monk, they live in a secluded place and meditate on God. All these births are divine, and so the living entity goes through all these births plus many more to complete his or her cycle as a divine person in seven births. These births may be in the form of a male or a female child, but every one of them is divine, extraordinary, and full of bliss. These are births which, when you read about, you yourself would feel like being born, or you would wish to be born as one or all of them. We may read all this, enjoy it, and think or dream about becoming such great achievers in several chosen fields and make a mark for ourselves in this world before completing our seven births and going back to Godhead permanently. Kindly read this book and let me know what you think about it. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep informing you of my other videos. Till we meet next time in my another video, it is good afternoon from TSV Raghavan.